The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Imagine standing on the precipice of your existence, gazing into the vast expanse of your potential. It is not the conquest of nations, the accumulation of wealth, or the applause of the masses that constitutes your paramount triumph. No, the truest victory is the mastery of the self. To conquer your doubts, your fears, your impulses, and your limitations is to ascend to a throne of your own making. In this journey of self-conquest, you sculpt your character, chisel away your weaknesses, and mold yourself into a vessel of resilience and fortitude. The battles you wage within your own heart, the wars against your own demons, these are the crucibles that forge your metal. This conquest, intangible yet monumental, propels you beyond the boundaries of ordinary existence and raises you to a plane where self-mastery is the ultimate trophy. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. In the grand theater of human discourse, silence holds its own eloquence. Wisdom is not found in the cacophony of empty words, nor is it measured by the quantity of speech. The truly wise choose their words with the care of an artist selecting each brushstroke. Their silence is pregnant with meaning, a reservoir of profundity, waiting to be shared at the right moment. Fools, on the other hand, dance to the clamor of their insecurity. Afraid of the spaces between words, they fill the void with a torrent of noise. Yet, in their rush to be heard, they drown out the symphony of their own potential insights. Remember, it is not the urgency to speak, but the depth of your substance that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. It is the audacity to stare into the abyss and acknowledge your trepidation, yet step forward anyway. True bravery is born from understanding, from recognizing which fears are shadows cast by doubt, and which are legitimate warnings of danger. To be courageous is to distinguish between the illusionary phantoms that restrain you and the genuine threats that must be confronted. It is the discernment to channel your energy into constructive actions, even in the face of uncertainty. For it is not the absence of fear that defines courage, but the defiance of fear's dominion over your choices. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Knowledge, like the finest tapestry, is woven thread by thread with the golden strands of curiosity, fascination, and genuine thirst for understanding. The moment caution enters the frame, the fabric frays. The act of learning is an intimate dance between the seeker and the sought, a courtship of curiosity that must remain unsullied by the weight of obligation. When you learn willingly, your mind becomes an eager receptacle, each new piece of wisdom finding a home within you. But when knowledge is forced upon you, it ricochets off your mind's fortress walls, leaving no lasting impact. Choose to learn because you hunger for the feast of enlightenment, and the banquet will forever nourish your soul. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Ah, love! It is the alchemical elixir that transforms the mundane into the sublime, that ignites dormant embers into a blazing inferno of creativity. When love graces your heart, your senses become attuned to the symphony of life's nuances, and your perception takes on a kaleidoscopic hue. Every sensation, every experience becomes a verse in the epic poem of existence. Love bestows upon you the gift of expression, unearthing sentiments you never knew resided within. Words flow like rivers, painting images of devotion and yearning, sketching the contours of emotions previously uncharted. In the realm of love, even the simplest utterances become sonnets, and your soul dances in the rhythm of the universe's deepest secrets. In these timeless sayings, let the wisdom of ages resonate within you. Conquer yourself, speak with purpose, be courageous in your discernment, seek knowledge with passion, and let love kindle the poet's fire within. Life, dear seeker, is a canvas upon which you paint your legacy, and each brushstroke of wisdom guides your hand. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Consider, for a moment, the weight of responsibility. The realm of leadership, with all its trials and tribulations, beckons to those who possess the mettle to guide. Yet, there are those who, daunted by the prospect, shy away from this call. Beware, for in the void left by their absence, the mantle of authority falls upon shoulders undeserving. To refuse the mantle of leadership is to release the reins into hands that lack the vision, the wisdom, and the sagacity to guide. In this abdication, the very fabric of society can fray, as the compass guiding its course wavers in uncertainty. The penalty, heavy indeed, is to witness the decline of a realm under the sway of mediocrity. For the greatest tragedy is not the absence of leadership, but the presence of unworthy leaders. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. The human spirit, though it may falter, possesses an inherent courage to confront darkness. A child's trembling heart is met with compassion when fear cloaks the night. But ponder a moment on the greater tragedy. Grown men and women who cower before the brilliance of truth and illumination. For it is not in the shadows where one's courage is tested, but in the blinding radiance of enlightenment. To shy away from the light of knowledge, to shield oneself from the brilliance of understanding, is to retreat from the very essence of growth. The true tragedy is not the obscurity of ignorance, but the deliberate choice to remain cloaked in it. Embrace the light, and you embrace the path to your fullest potential. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Power, a double-edged sword, bestows dominion and influence upon its bearer. But know this: the true worth of a person is not found in the mere possession of power, but in the use to which that power is put. Power can be wielded as a sledgehammer, crushing those beneath it, or it can be the hand that raises others to greater heights. Contemplate the legacy you carve through your actions. Do you build bridges or erect walls? Do you uplift or oppress? The measure of your character is magnified through the lens of power. It is not the title you hold or the crown you wear, but the ripples you create in the waters of existence that define the noble contours of your being. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. In the vast garden of human endeavor, the most insidious weed is ignorance. It intertwines its tendrils with the seeds of prejudice, hatred, and misunderstanding, and from this unholy alliance sprouts the thorns of suffering. Ignorance blinds, misleads, and festers, casting shadows over the pathways of progress. Yet, do not despair, for ignorance is a foe that succumbs to the sword of knowledge. When we seek the truth, when we pry open the shutters of our minds and let the light of understanding flood in, ignorance retreats like the night before dawn. In vanquishing ignorance, we unearth the seeds of compassion, empathy, and unity, and we sow the fertile soil of a world bathed in the light of enlightenment. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Politics, a realm often viewed with skepticism, is the crucible in which societal destinies are forged. It is a theater where decisions are enacted, where the chorus of voices converges to shape the fate of nations. Yet, some recoil from this stage, disillusioned by its complexities, or disillusioned by its players. But beware the apathy that veils you from the political arena. In refusing to participate, you surrender your voice, your agency, and your power. And in this void, lesser voices can rise, and inferior minds can grasp the scepter of influence. Your disengagement empowers those who might not wield authority with the wisdom or integrity required. Thus, the penalty for abstaining is the unintended rule of those who, in your estimation, stand beneath the mantle of your potential contributions. In the symphony of these profound proverbs, let the chords of wisdom resonate within your spirit. Recognize that leadership is not to be shunned, that light should not be feared, that power bears responsibility, that ignorance must be confronted, and that participation in the realm of governance shapes the world's course. Embrace these tenets, for they are the keystones of a life lived with purpose and impact. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world, but her education and her culture. Picture, if you will, the passage beyond this mortal realm. As you step into the beyond, the burdens of wealth and material possessions are cast aside. What remains, the treasures that accompany you into the unknown, are the intangibles, the sum of your knowledge and the tapestry of your culture. In the tapestry of education, threads of wisdom, insight, and understanding are woven. The arts, the sciences, the stories, and the traditions, the essence of your culture, accompany you as eternal companions. These are the bequests to the cosmos, the legacies that transcend the boundaries of time and space, enriching the eternal tapestry of existence. The greatest wealth is to live content with little, in a world enthralled by the glittering allure of possessions. True wealth lies in the appreciation of simplicity. To find contentment in the modest gifts life bestows is to possess a fortune beyond measure. Material opulence may blind you to life's true essence, but contentment opens your eyes to the richness that resides within the mundane. Imagine a heart unburdened by insatiable desires, a spirit unencumbered by the weight of covetousness. Such is the realm of the truly wealthy, where happiness is not contingent on possessions, but is nurtured by gratitude for life's simplest pleasures. To be content with little is to transcend the pursuit of possessions, elevating your soul to realms of fulfillment that material wealth can never procure. Ideas are the source of all things. Behold the inception of creation in the vast expanse of the human mind. Ideas emerge like stars in the night sky. Each innovation, each invention, each marvel of civilization finds its origin in the fertile soil of an idea. Ideas are the keystones of progress, the blueprints upon which civilizations are erected. From the first spark of inspiration to the final flourish of implementation, ideas reign supreme. They are the catalysts that transform dreams into reality, that ignite revolutions, and that shape the contours of history. Nurture your mind as a fertile ground for ideas, and you wield the power to sculpt the world's destiny. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. Envision the journey of life as a vessel setting sail on the boundless sea. The wind that unfurls your sails, the compass that charts your course, is education. The direction in which you set sail, the knowledge you imbibe, the values you internalize, these determine the shores upon which you will eventually land. Education, your compass in the sea of existence, sets the trajectory for your odyssey. Like a rudder, it guides your choices, molds your character, and shapes your purpose. The journey you embark upon, the destinations you reach, all hinge upon the starting point paved by education. Choose wisely, for it is the beacon that illuminates the path of your destiny. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. Love, the celestial force that binds hearts in an unbreakable bond, is not an abstract concept. It is a primal essence woven into our very being. It carries within it the echo of a profound truth that humans, once whole, were divided, their unity sunder. Yet love, like a masterful healer, endeavors to mend the rift, to reunite the halves of our original nature. In every heart, love stirs, a reminder of our shared origin, a call to mend the fractures that divide us. It beckons us to bridge the gaps, to heal the wounds that time and circumstance have inflicted upon our human nature. Love is not a fleeting emotion, it is a cosmic force that transcends ego, egoism, and separateness, weaving humanity into the tapestry of interconnected souls. In these sagacious sayings, let the weight of wisdom echo through the corridors of your mind. Cherish education and culture. Find wealth in contentment. Honor the wellspring of ideas. Set your compass with care, and embrace love as the salve for humanity's wounds. For in these profound truths, you unearth the keys to a life imbued with purpose, meaning, and transcendence.